Hey Dan, I figured if I'm going to be short on time this week with Great River Shakespeare Festival starting and that big catering order going on, I can make several short videos while I'm driving around town. So this is the first of hopefully several this week. But can you see up my nose from there? I hope not, because that would be awkward. First thing is, let's see. I got a couple emails from Nikki. She's in Hawaii right now with her husband and kids. And she sent me a photo of a palm tree. And I, of course, responded that I was rather disappointed that the only thing that she could think of sending a picture of from the beach in Hawaii was of a palm tree. Being an otherwise healthy 40-something male, that is not exactly what I was would have been my first choice. So she sent me another one, and I will have to email this one to you. Or actually, I think what I'll do is make a video and add it a little later. But I'll just let the tension build. How about that? Let's see, what else? Back to Gypsy Jazz. We talked a little bit about that, and I wanted to talk about a couple of my favorite people who I guess really fall into that Gypsy Jazz genre, bouncy jazz. That it almost sounds a little Dixielandish to me at times. But anyway, listening to KPLU a lot, they play a couple of guys who I think you would really like. One is Pearl Django. Pearl as in, the little, clam deposit. Django is his last name. D-J-A-N-G-O. Anyway, he's really good. And then another guy, actually I think it's a group or a group of family members that play together called the Pizzarelli Boys. So it's like pizza, R-R-E-L-L-I or R-E-L-L-I, Pizzarelli. So the dad is named Bucky, and then one of the sons, who is the guitarist, is named John Pizzarelli. So I really recommend looking up his stuff on YouTube. I think you'll like it. Another guy who I was just listening to, in fact, it's one of my favorite songs anyway, sort of the jazz standard, Misty. And Joe Robinson has a version of it that is really nice and a little gypsy jazz. So see if you can find that on YouTube. So it's Joe Robinson and his version of Misty. So that's that. Soccer. I did watch your videos last night, and I watched the highlights from the from the Jamaica-U.S. game. So I hadn't actually expected, obviously you had expected the U.S. to win, but based on how well Jamaica had played through their group play, I thought they were going to give the U.S. a tougher go. But maybe it was tougher. All I saw, of course, was the just the highlights, which wasn't much on the Jamaica side. It was almost all U.S. highlights. So I guess good for the U.S. and they're playing Panama, if I understand. They won in penalty kicks, right? And you have to let me know when that game's on so that I can not watch that one as well. Anyway, this past, obviously yesterday was Father's Day. It was also the Steamboat Days parade. Steamboat Days is the summer festival here in Winona. And there really is no steamboat even relatively present. It's not anywhere near the river, but I guess we call it Steamboat Days just because we do. Anyway, of the 3 hours of floats, by far my favorite was this older couple. They probably were in their 60s or 70s, and this gal was, the gal who was singing, she was 300 pounds at least, if she was a pound, and she was belting out Me and Bobby McGee by oh, help me out. You know who that's by, right? And it was great. And her husband, or I'm hoping it's her, it's her lover, was playing guitar on accompaniment, but she was just belting this song out. It was great to listen to her talk about, you know, her and Bobby McGee, and if you know the lyrics of the song, it just made me laugh all the harder. So it was just, it was great. So that was by far my favorite part. So right now I'm heading home to grab Galen. It's we're going to start setting up for Shakespeare already. And then another guy named Orion, as in Orion's belt, Orion. He's, I think I told you, he's a soccer player. He also refs. And a friend of Duncan's, which I know doesn't say a whole lot for him, but, you know, you got to give him a break. So anyway, so we're all going to be starting to set up today at noon, and I'm just about home, so I think I will call this video done. And if I am not careful while driving and videotaping, I will still be yours. I will be yours, still dead. All right, talk to you later.